Hello and welcome everyone. This is Very Mellow Man here. And after a very long hiatus, I can only say welcome back to the channel. In particular, welcome to a guide for a very fun mod I found and played recently and enjoyed, for the most part, the Project X Mods unofficial DLC for Fallout 4. It's available on all versions of the game. It's available for all versions of the game, but on the PlayStation 4, well, there's some restrictions placed on this version of the game that prevent scripting for additional questings. So we won't have the same experience experiencing this mod that you would on the PC or Xbox One as the PS4, but that's unfortunate. That's just the way it goes. Sorry for stuttering. It's been a while, again. So, concise dialogue and putting all my thoughts into a coherent sentence is a bit difficult for me. So, what you just saw me do was, what the Project X mod allows you to do is that instead of starting the game with 21 special points to allocate to all of your stats, you have 33. So, in not only how you start the game,
wonderful,
but
Thanks
how
again.
much time you spend leveling
Peace
up.
of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no
How much
price
time you
is too
spend
high.
leveling up in order to
Good answer.
I have my moments.
build your character. With that being said, I'm going to warn you guys right now that in order to show off all the content, I'm going to have to use a experience cheat leveling mod.
You heard Codsworth. Go on. How are the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that.
Okay.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking...
Will it be like that?
Codsworth?
Oh, also, again, the reason I basically stopped streaming was because I'm currently suffering from a malfunctioning headset that makes it difficult for me to hear the in-game game audio.
What?
If you have that problem on your end, I apologize, but there's nothing you can really do about that.
We do have that's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
We need to get to the vault now.
So,
Residents of Sanctuary Hills.
yeah. The only reason I'm starting at the very beginning of the game is so I can show you... Actually, I didn't even have to do that, did I? I'm sorry about that. That was a waste of time. Everything I just did, I could have done by dots. Oh, but I have a few mods enabled in other save files that I've turned off here in order to have the best time showing you guys where everything is.
Okay. I'm reporting this!
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise,
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you!
Good luck,
you two,
ma'am.
follow me.
God
Come
bless
on.
us all.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the gate?
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
Step on the
So,
platform. In the
the Project X mod is just an expansion pack. It doesn't actually change the main quest line in any way. I very much doubt...
Almost there.
on
We're gonna be
the
okay.
Xbox One, the mod
I
will
love
have
you.
to pay
Both of you.
capability
We love you
to do
too.
that. And there's the explosion.
Hold on.
you go. There's Fallout Forest beginning for you. So the inspiration for this guide actually was finding a Japanese-only series of live streams. They're on YouTube. I actually have one of those favored right now. I don't know if I'll add it to the description.
Everyone,
For
please
you
step
guys
off
to
the
see
elevator
if you
and
want to.
proceed up the stairs
I
in
may do
orderly
it just as
fashion.
fair.
No need to worry, folks. We'll
That
get everyone
Japanese YouTuber
situated
is
in your
basically
new
the whole reason
home.
I decided to make this
Vault
series of
111. A better future underground.
He is the only person to have ever
Yes,
streamed.
up the stairs.
I mean, streaming is selling it short. He's the only person to have any recorded gameplay footage of this mod for the PlayStation 4 version.
Take a seat.
And a place where everyone else can
Thanks. What now?
Just follow the doctor. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three.
It's gone. Our home.
And the reason I wanted
Everything we
to
had.
replicate that is because
Oh God, honey, what if they didn't make it?
the items they're meant to find in this DLC are all spread out through each other and made out to be a scavenger quest. Like a scavenger hunt, I'm sorry. But yeah, they're all scavenger hunt type side quests.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
What you're intended to do is find clues. Like notes and
Contaminate
stuff
and depressurize
spread throughout the world
before we head
that
deeper
are supposed to begin
Just
the
realize.
quest lines themselves. And the PC and Xbox One version of the game, you will in fact have quest markers that will direct you to where you need to go next. So it's a lot simpler to do this mod like that
Procedure complete.
than ultimately will be here.
In 5, 4, 3.
Because again, custom quest markers require extended scripts, which we cannot do on the PlayStation 4. So in order to actually have any direction of where to go to find any of these items, we'll have to use a cheat holotape that will literally tell us where to go. Not literally. There's only so much information you can put on a holotape. At most, the mod author can give general directions. But it's not... Oh, yes. This is something I only discovered... I've had this game for a few years. I never knew that during this segment of the game, you can press the X button in order to bang against the glass helplessly. It's actually a pretty cool way to sell the controller.
I got him. Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once. I'm not giving you shot. Let's go. Please be sure to back up. Quiet down. Wait inside.
Nothing much to say here, it's just the beginning of the Fallout game. So, it's almost over though. Pretty soon we'll be able to get out. Yeah.
Cryogenic array. All residents must vacate immediately.
Pretty dang, darling.
Come on! Lily! Come on, come on, come on!
I mean, I know your spouse
Oh, God!
dies in like literally the first 10 minutes of the game, but
I'll find who did this. And I'll get you.
I still felt like going back and get this.
Must vacate immediately.
So we're gonna turn in here actually to get the first items dropped by this mod. In this room in particular, you'll find two very potent things. Up here, the legendary sword Bladed Nightmare. a wounding legendary sword. As you can see down there, we have 6 points into our strength special stat. So the damage is right now 124 physical. But one of the recurring things you will see with this mod is the elemental damage. That's actually called hybrid damage, and pretty much every weapon we're going to get in this mod will have that. So I'll explain that as we go along. Another thing we can get is this, the Nightmare Flamer. Down here is literal Nightmare Fuel. Now, there you go. That's where that stuff is. But we can't use it yet because we don't have access to our start menu. So you don't really get to enjoy it until after you're actually done with the real tutorial. By the way, I'm doing this on the
giant
because there's no real point in this game.
What the hell?
Intend to level up my experience points with this mod in order to show off most of the content. Huh? Wait. How did I level up already? What? That's not supposed to happen. Okay. Hold on a second. Wow, I did not mean to do this. I really don't know how I leveled up so fast. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I just don't want to... So yeah, in case you're wondering, Project X mods will always go to the top of your load order right here. I've tried to change it. It doesn't change. It will always take high priority over many of your other mods for a good reason. Let's see here. Oh, I still have that installed. Okay. Let me do a hard save here, then take care of that, because I don't want to... Actually, do I just want to keep that inside to make this easier to do? I did say I was going to use experience boosting mods, but I also want this to be controlled. So let me turn that off for a second. Again, I'm really sorry. This is supposed to be a clean video. I genuinely thought I had turned off that particular mod. Man, my first video back and I'm already making mistakes. That's typical. Okay. Let me just delete this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so with that little detail taken care of, let's get back to the game. Just so you know, what happened with that other cheat mod was that all of your experience point gain was massively increased by 8 times its normal value. That was a separate mod I was combining with another mod called Pain World, which is a straight-up difficulty mod that vastly changes how many perks you'll have to acquire through level up, and changes the special stat requirement of each perk in order for you to unlock its rank. Like, for example, Rifleman is a rank 2 perception perk, but with the Pain World mod installed, Rifleman instead becomes a perk which only grows in power if you have a high enough perception stat. To max out the mod, the perk, you'll have to take rank 10 into your perception stat. The mod's literally meant for you to be played at an insanely high level, because it's really just, oh hey, let's force you to get all the special stats to get the perks you want. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's whatever. I wouldn't particularly say Pain World is all that interesting right now, but it can get there in time. Here's a trusty pistol. Speaking of pistols, in here, in the Overseer's ammo box, you can get more weapons. The Overseer's Zapper, which is a pistol that does part ballistic and part lightning damage. And here's some ammo for it. So there's another legendary ring. Well, we'll explain what that is later. Jumpsuit. Glasses.
There we go.
Fast travel hatch key. I don't actually know what the fast travel hatch key does yet. But this... Another gun, Overseer Zapper.
Look at you.
Freezer, sorry. And ammo for that. So yeah, in addition to new weapons, there's new types of elemental ammunition that you can find, buy, or craft. Oh yeah, crafting. Crafting is a whole other can of worms with this mod, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Open the evacuation tunnel. Alright. Oh my god, this is a terrible shot. Whatever will I do? Well, I'll just get out of here. Alright, here it is. The perk up menu. Kind and all that stuff. So let's go over this quickly. In order to unlock every piece of content within this mod, you will need master level locksmith. More to the point, the mod Project X mod recommends that you have a screwdriver on hand. I don't know if you need an actual screwdriver. Well, actually, I think you do. Because you need, in order to pick the Project X mods, you also need a screwdriver item. I personally tested that myself, and I think I'll be able to do that again.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please, stand back.
Alright, wait, that's right. What's this? numbers 5. Yeah, heavy numbers 5. Intelligence. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out where I would outlook special stats towards. Use as many weapons as I can. Come on, door. It's already taking long enough. Go faster. Oh my god. Game. Okay, so we only need 5 strength there. Perception. We don't really need endurance. Nothing the tree gives us anything we need. Charisma helps us deal with 10 intelligence works, so need luck right now. Agility. Alright, that's fine. We're not going to change my appearance, I'm just going to show you that I am playing as a black guy. Because I am a black man. There we go. Yeah, we're done.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing
Here we go.
Tech.
Okay. Nice. Back. Alright, so let's put this stuff on. The armored jumpsuit. 20 ballistic defense, 5 fire, electricity, and radiation defense, and 50 radiation resistance. Overseer's glasses increase your movement speed by 10%. Sprinter effect. Overseer's security, armor, and helmet. So that's what you look like. You can dress as those Vault Tech guards from the beginning of the game with Project X. Pretty neat. Because of that, you also do this. Right back in the sanctuary. So, like I said, we'll need master level lockpicking in order to truly do any of the scavenging hunt main quest lines. So let's just in order to get that far, we'll need to be level 18. So let's just quickly create a method to get to level 18. The trusty red rocket. It's got all of your needs.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal? Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Okay. So the dog is now our new party member. We need to go in here to get some caps, because the mod I'm going to use includes a set of rings that increase how much experience you get from killing an opponent. How much experience should do? Yeah. Oh, since we're here, we can actually use these. The Overseer is Freezer, and the Overseer is Zapper. Now, don't be fooled. This isn't we have 100 points, 100 bullets in the ammo clip currently loaded into the Overseer's Zapper, and we only have 5 bullets left. Oh no. There's level 5. Now, once we get to 18, I'm going to stop. But anything after that will be fair game as far as the mod's concerned. Inside, investigate Concord. I'm not actually going to help the Minutemen yet, as lame as that would technically make my character look. Because again, these are just the closest group of enemies I can find, so I might as well get to 18 fast and then Oh, but Bobby wins. That's important too.
No more British occupation. With you. Have your tea back, you jackanapes! Remember that.
11.
Got it.
Right. Security gate. Oh, sure. Speaking of cheat mods, again, just to speed up this video and all of it. One of the mods I have installed involve quick hacking and locking.
No reason to hang around and get shot.
As you see, even at the start of the game, something like the Overseer Zapper is very powerful on normal difficulty. some of these the guys can't win the kill. Alright, one second.
Can't pick this.
If this door stays closed till those raiders are dead.
Alright. Hey, Preston. What's up?
Uh-huh. Glad to help. Please, go on.
Nope.
Sorry. Sounds rough.
One good idea can make all the difference.
That ain't it.
Just skipping through all this because it's not
I like
really
it.
important.
Minigun.
Now we're talking.
You can't.
I'll help if I can.
Look.
Right. Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core.
Alright.
Careful.
Top
Ma'am.
Murphy.
You're not what I expected, Dog.
What? So, is your dog?
Acknowledge the name Dogmeat. I always like doing that when I can, playing a
You
game.
saw?
It-
Oh? What's the site? Yeah? What is it? Mama Murphy, I need more, please.
Oh! I failed the persuasion attempt. That's bad. Alright.
Look at you.
Perception bobblehead, because why not? You can still collect bobbleheads. Like, being able to start with 33 stat points in a build doesn't necessarily make you overpowered. It just gets you to where you want to faster. And don't worry, enemies are more than capable of using the new gear against you. You're not going to be the only one doing impressive things here. So,
Boss! We got somebody up here!
You and my boys have a little talk.
So Gristle here is level 10, while the Raider Scum and the other Raiders are around level 7. The reason for that is because I have another mod installed that, well, I have several mods installed that increase the level at which enemies can scale up to the player. And one of those mods also decreases the minimum level enemies can spawn at relative to your current level in order to make them somewhat of a challenge. So, like, for example, I'm currently level 14, so these guys are all level 7, which is half of my current level. That makes them something of a problem. Gristle here is level 10. 16. 17. Okay. 18. Good. Alright. Now, let's take off this ring. Because even with this gear on, I don't want it to go like a Deathclaw. That's level 22! This is what I was talking about! This Deathclaw is normally not that only powerful relative to your level. But level 22, because of how high my level is compared to how powerful it can spawn, depending on when you start this quest, it's a massive threat. Whew. Oh, jeez.
Run out of bullets.
And yeah, the reason I have those enemy scaling mods installed is because I do want to make the game more interesting to myself by having enemies properly level up in regards to how powerful you can get. Alright. Let's go back to Grissom and get our stuff. Who's over here? Alright. Now I'll make sure that the Minutemen can relocate to Sanctuary safely. Yes, for the record, you will have to essentially start, or at least do some quest lines in this game in order to progress farther ahead into the Project X mod stuff.
That was...
But doesn't mean we'll actually need to...
Feelings mutual, Preston.
That doesn't mean we'll actually need to complete the quest line itself.
You're welcome.
Well,
All right, Garvey. I'm in. Please, tell me. I need...
I knew it. Please tell me where he...
Okay.
Sure.
Please, Mama Murphy. I'm working from...
Alright.
Mama Murphy, you talked about this. That's junk. It's gonna kill you.
Alright.
We're all gonna die eventually.
Keep your head held high, Mama Murphy. Keep your head held high. Alright. My cat likes to look at me funny whenever I'm on my computer. It's very cute and adorable. Oh yes, this is up here as well. Project X Workshop Kit. We will get to that later. But yeah, since we're here, let's just take care of our stats. Let's see. I think that'll do for now. So let's look at that cheat holotape. Oh, apparently the game reads it as us having installed the cheat holotape into the Pip-Boy, even when we didn't have the Pip-Boy when we found the holotape. That's interesting. Alright. So yeah. This is the Project X mod Read Me holotape. In lieu of having the ability to use quest markers, you have to rely on the holotape in order to find out where you need to go. Mod description. You can read the mod description a bit later. But needless to say, it's basically meant to be an expansion pack that... I already went over what it's supposed to do. Quest guide. The Vault Tech Little Secret subquest is what we're going to be focusing on for the majority of this series, though the other stuff we will get to in time. So it says here that the quest starts in a security station outside of Vault 111 with a note on the desk. The stash key is found in the toolbox in the backyard at the home right behind the one with all the workstations by default. It is sitting just on the other side of the fence under the chair. Part 3, the second key is found in the Sanctuary root cellar. Can't miss the toolbox on the shelf. This will trigger a subquest leading back to Vault 111 and to the first set of rewards and starting the main quest line. So in order to show that, we're going to head back to the... I'm going to try to make an effort to find the little papers that come along with this as well, because I do want this to be a English guide that you can reliably follow whenever you get lost. Because, yeah, scavenger hunts aren't very fun when it's so easy to get lost. Jesus Christ, some people didn't make it. It's always sad. Oh! Ah, yes. These two. No, these two are not in the actual game at all. What happens is that I had a mod installed that adds themed enemies you can randomly find throughout the Commonwealth. And these guys are part of a theme where they survived their own vault and are now basically... Yeah, Vault 101 Survivor. That, I believe, is the vault from Fallout 3. The one that the player character, the Vault Dweller from there, starts in. The Drifters Know, however, is also in this building, so we were lucky.
There we go.
So let's read the Drifters Know. Found an important-looking key out wandering around. Think I'll stash it at the usual spot here, in Sanctuary, till I figure out where it opens. You never know, right? For what I know, these keys have something to do with a Vault-Tec military group of some kind. My usual drinking spot should do for how to get it. So yeah, in case you thought this quest was nothing but loot and scavenging, there's actually lore behind the loot boxes themselves. I'm sorry, loot box is the wrong word. That's a dirty word in today's gaming landscape. Let's call them treasure chests, just to shorten the meaning there. But yeah, the chests all have some pretty valuable loot inside of them. Let's see. In order to get to it, so this is where the... Alright. Yeah, we have master level lockpicking, but it's apparently too hard to pick it. So you need a screwdriver in order to actually open any of these things up. The screwdriver has to be in your inventory. Oh, I just reloaded my gun by accident. I meant to open the workshop. Alright. Stop the Preston then.
Preston, can we chat?
Hey, good to see you again. I was hoping you'd show up. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. I think we could settle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Right. I live here over.
Damn. You say you were...
Sure. My
Might
son.
as well tell you the whole truth, buddy.
Anyway, I am glad you're here. And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask. I've had word from the only chance trouble is.
Of course.
I think that's fantastic. By the way, if you want to help out,
All right. Now, unfortunately, the screwdriver is ultimately going to be a very random to find item. All right. Completely random it is. That guy bowling. Wow, this is going to be a longer video than I thought because the only way you can do this is to find a screwdriver. I mean, to be fair, the stuff you can find here is pretty powerful, so requiring something as out of place to get as a screwdriver in order to get any of the stuff is honestly a really fair compromise. But, you know, it's still kind of weird and annoying all at the same time. Oh, right. In fact, just looking up the Fallout 4, the Fallout General Wikia, there's no Fallout 4 Wikia, for locations on a screwdriver, all the stuff we can get a screwdriver at is pretty far away from the start of the game. Which again makes sense. But for example, you can only find 9 screwdrivers in Vault 114. Other than that, the location of screwdrivers are pretty much randomly placed throughout the world. So we'll have to rely on that in order to get anywhere. Trash can car should have a screwdriver for us, hopefully.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob?
Uh-huh. Let's see what you've got.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I also have another mod installed that vastly increases how many caps each merchant has. Because, yeah, that's just a convenience thing. In my opinion, the borrowing perk that you get for this game doesn't allow you to invest enough caps in order to make a reasonable amount of money from selling stuff. That's why I have that mod installed, Rich Vendors. I don't know if I explained that in the last biometric scanner. Okay, you know what? Whatever. You are not helpful. Like, you can find screwdrivers in the Institute of all things, but apparently it's too much for them.
You owe us.
I ain't giving you poison shilling chem pushes anything.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I can't wait to see the pros feeding on this.
That's fine.
Let's see what you have.
It's all worth every cap I'm charged.
Nope, no screwdriver for you. From you, I should say. Oh boy. Apparently there are screwdrivers in the College Square station, but... to get there, we have to basically go all the way... I mean, all the way. But you know what? That's fine. Again, the whole point of this video is to show you what you need to do in order to... get anywhere. We're just gonna have to run past everything and get through College Square Station fast. And then the real scavenging hunt begins. Wow. Now up there is where you would find Reggie Blatara, a bonus boss who only spawns when you're at least level 36. Until then, there's nothing there. Actually, the length of this video makes me think about how long these general videos are going to be, because there's a total of 8 stash quest lines, and I kind of want them contained, because if I know where I'm going, they are not all going to be this long. My original plan was to focus on one video per stash quest line, with the obvious exception being the first video, because I wanted to show you guys how special stats worked at the start of the game, but... I'm using the freezer instead of the zapper now. Okay. Hopefully that should be the last one that they'll try to follow me. Alright. 3 screwdrivers in College Square Station. I only need 1. Oh, actually, this is what I meant by even enemies can now spawn with the special gear added to this mod. This guy has an FM2 equipped, and what that does is that it gives him additional fire-based defense. Yeah, the energy defense in this game is split up into multiple elements now: fire, ice, and lightning. That does not mean that energy defense overall isn't the thing you can build up. It's just that it's a bit more specialized this way. What? Too hard to pick a suitcase lock. What? Oh, I guess you need the screwdriver for every lock pick in the game, not just...
To avoid delay, do not hold the door.
It's so weird. Let's see here. Oh, a legendary. Freezing 3-crank laser musket. Yeah, this just proves my point, actually. All energy damage is still calculated as the same type of, you know, stat. Fire, electricity, and cryo is all energy damage, so if you just raise your electricity defense stat, you're still blocking energy damage. I never actually knew that was there.
Keep it clean, Boston. Please dispose of food waste in the large receptacles.
Red box. Ah, screwdriver. Now we can get out of here.
Keep it clean, Boston. Please dispose of food waste in the large.
Now, as long as the screwdriver does not leave your inventory. Yes.
Yes.
You need a screwdriver on your person in order to do anything. So, you got it. Let's get out of here. Now, again, that screwdriver I don't think was intentionally placed there. It's still going to be random if you find one. Oh boy. Oh, thank you for allowing me to find a screwdriver. Thank you. Let's see. Ah, you know, actually, now that I found it, I can actually appreciate it a bit more because it's one of those items that makes sense to have if you're trying to pick open a bunch of secretly locked stashes of valuable equipment along with a lockpick, but a lot of people wouldn't think to do that because they're so used to relying on bobby pins. So... there we go.
Sweet.
Opening up the Drifter's toolbox gives you the Drifter's stash key. don't want these people to live in a filthy environment. So I might as well clean out the house over here. Or homes, in this case. Alright, now off to the Drifters stash part 2. Now, admittedly, the very first part of this quest line is a bit silly because what you find in the cellar isn't locked up anywhere, so if you just go into the cellar, you can immediately get some pretty powerful loot. Now, you might think it's in here.
Nice.
But nah, you can't be far from the truth. Truth is, the box is right here. Now you have the Project X key number 1. Project X keys are what you get in order to complete each scavenger hunt quest line. Because they are what opens up the loot. But in here, there's a second prize. The Project X General's uniform and the... ammo for it. Yeah, cells. We now have... Remember when I said that we have the ability to craft stuff? Well, that's a bit... We can actually craft all this ammo we're finding, by the way. Let's see here. This is the Malabon Hellfire Volcano. Again, PlayStation 4, so don't expect to see anything except games are already... I mean, anything except weapons and skins are technically already in the game. No unique assets. So a lot of these are basically rifles and pistols, as you'll eventually see. The current mod down there, by the way, isn't really a mod, but it's actually the legendary effect applied to this weapon, the Assassin Stock. This is just an assassin weapon, which means it'll deal 50% bonus damage to humans. So what it does, well, we'll get to what it does later. But yeah, remember, the note, what you're supposed to do is read the note again, and see that the key stash will take you all the way back to the very first vault you came out of.
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help.
Sure.
Just make this work.
Might as well we're here. I didn't actually mean to pop up right next to Sturgis, but okay. It's not going to change too much about our next destination. The night sky looks so gorgeous in Fallout 4 land. I mean, Bethesda games in general, they look pretty great at night. Because the light, even without mods, they just look great at night. But with mods, they look... It takes your breath away. It just does. Although sometimes I think that you can see the sun looming on the horizon. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna go back here. Actually, that'd be smart to go back here. Yeah, this is where we want to go back to because it's faster that way. There's a screwdriver at the beginning of the game. Emergency recruitment tape. Oh! We know you were not willing to participate in our experiment. We know only one of you here is still alive, and we wish to show our sympathy towards your current situation. It is never easy losing someone, let alone a spouse and child. We had no idea this would happen to you. Our last hope to rebuild the world seems to have failed. After the bombs fell, we enlisted the aid of one Andrew Ryan. Together with his plasmids... Oh, by the way, this also includes weapons inspired by the plasmids from Bioshock. I just remembered that. We began a project to try to use our combined knowledge to overthrow the remains of the post-war world, using tech nobody even knows exists in a single clean sweep. This would have allowed us to build a better future above ground too, wiping away the ruined, failed society and building anew, opening the vaults, whatever ones remain, and with some good luck, we would not have to have this happen again. That was the plan, at least. After deployment, our agents have all disappeared. Ryan is dead. The head scientist, Jack, cannot be found anywhere. You name it, it went wrong. Now, we have sent our last known living operative with knowledge of the project to come to Vault 111 to Boston. We doubt he will be dead in no doubt he will be dead too in a short time. Sorry. We have been instructed to leave some gear in a secure location for you. It is with our greatest hope we send the only known produced Project X soldier armor and Sub-Zero laser cannon. With any luck, you'll get to it before anyone else finds it. We ask you to do your best to do what we could not. Build a better future. Anywhere you can. Vault-Tec, Black Project Division, Project X Manager 0. And there is your introduction to this entire quest line. I think that's a great way to introduce some lore here. Yeah, it's Bioshock, but even if you took out the Bioshock references, you still get the general point across. Oh! Hey, Madar! Long time no see. Let's see. Okay. So, like I said, I'm kind of beating myself up here because, oh man, a screwdriver was right here. I didn't even know that. Let me just take that second screwdriver. We go down here now in order to find the Project X toolkit. Whew. Well, I'm just glad you're willing to wait for me to come back to streaming, Madar. I honestly didn't think anyone would do that. But you know what? Like, not even 1.5 hours ago, I found out that someone else had decided to subscribe to my channel. That someone else is a YouTuber named Anastasia Barnett. And this subscription was actually made by this person 8 hours ago. So, Anastasia Barnett, I thank you for reminding me that there is a future for my channel if I keep it up. And because of that, I was actually pushed to like, that subscription notification is another major reason I decided to start streaming an English guide. Oh yeah, my new icon. This is Lucius Fox. From that specific character design is from the Batman Arkham Knight video game. That character is Lucius Fox. Alright. So, without further ado, the reason I changed from Aridin to Lucius is because I feel like Lucius gives a better image of what I'm like as a person. Whereas, in exchange for still being a cool-looking character, I think. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's finally open up the first Project X toolkit. Alright, here we go. So, like I said, Madar, you probably weren't here to read the note I was just reading, but Andrew Ryan left some of his technology behind in this game due to a mod I'm using. And we're seeing it right now. We have Eve, which is going to be fuel for the plasmids we can also find and use. In fact, this is the electrobolt plasmid right there. And this is more ammo. Like, okay. Hybrid beam cell ammo. Project X rep hat. Note 1. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew Ryan is a fictional character in the BioShock video game series developed by Irrational Games. He serves as the primary antagonist of the first half of the first BioShock and a minor character in the sequel, BioShock 2. Andrew Ryan is the founder of Rapture and the owner of Ryan Industries. He's the chairman of the Rapture City Council, owner and operator of Hephaestus, and one of the most important men in the city. Yeah, he's a BioShock character. Let me show you. Yeah, emergency recruitment overview. It's okay. I've only ever seen a Let's Play of BioShock Infinite, but I also know who Andrew Ryan is through cultural osmosis. Okay, so here is a letter left to us via holotape by the new characters introduced through the Project X mod. What this letter does is that it tells you, the player, what exactly Andrew Ryan and his BioShock technology is doing in the Fallout 4 setting. Basically, it's an apology letter for you being the last survivor in Vault 111 and giving you the hope that you'll be able to use their unfinished technology to make the Commonwealth a better place. So let's take a look at that technology. So far, we've found the Overseer's Freezer, a 10mm pistol modified to shoot cryogenic damage alongside ballistic damage. Its brother, the Overseer's Zapper, which does the same thing except it fires electricity damage instead. The Malawan Hellfire Volcano, a sniper rifle that is modified to deal fire damage alongside ballistic damage. Yes, he made the plasmids. And speaking of plasmids, we now have them. So, this is what a plasmid will look like when we use it in-game. And this is what a plasmid will look like when we fire it. Pretty nice. It's a bolt of lightning. But the other weapon we got from that case bolt is the spitter. Look at that. 83 ballistic damage, and a whole rack of hybrid damage. Now, this is the third type of damage you'll technically be able to do in the game. Hybrid cells. By using hybrid cells... Oh. In BioShock Infinite, plasmids are called Vigors. Vigors are basically, they're basically tonics, a type of drink, a potion, even soda. Yo! It's a scoped and silenced pistol that does incredible damage. And that's just the weapons. We also have a T-45 power armor capsule we can use in order to generate a free capsule of power armor filled with a fusion core, ready for use. Finally, we will replace our Overseer stuff with the Project X rep hat and the Project X rep suit. I think Fallout 64 is a dumpster fire of a game with an even worse, incredibly worse, just a complete disaster of a PR spectacle. Now, the rep suit gives us agility and perception as a legendary effect, but it also gives us ballistic defense, elemental defense, lots of radiation resistance, and the hat gives us the ability to fly. Now I look like the mysterious stranger. That's great. I'm playing a black guy, by the way. But yeah, I haven't played Fallout 64, but as a game, it's just a massive disappointment. Because all I do know that it's basically just Fallout 4 assets reused in the worst way imaginable. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't make a good Fallout MMO game, but they have not done that with Fallout 64. Far from it. Oh! So, I don't know if you remember this in my Fallout 4 Let's Play, but this is a weather mod I've installed that allows you to have several different types of weather in addition to what you can already do in the game. Oh my god, it's so dark. Alright. So since you just joined up, I'm going to keep playing a little bit longer in order to, until we get the second Project X mod stash that I can find. And from then on, when I make a new video about the series, I'll just stick to that format. I mean, there's lore to Fallout 76, but it's not interesting at all. It's basically a prequel game, which is not something I care for in the world of Fallout. Alright. So, anyway, what you're intended to do now is read the Project X note, first one, in order to continue the quest line. Let's do that. Residents, if you're reading this, the assault on the vault made it all the way to the cryo chambers. He's talking about Kellogg and the Institute infiltrating the vault. Unfortunately, I only managed to keep 2 pods intact and fully functional. I didn't even know there were no NPCs. That's horrendous. There really are no characters. Like, it's cool if you want to encourage the community to get along, but you still need to make a Fallout game that can be played single player. Like, any MMO should be possible for you to complete its main story by yourself. At least that's what I think. Unfortunately, I only managed to keep 2 pods intact and fully functional. As the last Project X agent I know of, I ask you to find my fellow Project X members if you can. Some may have survived longer than I did, and all of them are equipped with the finest equipment Vault-Tec has to offer. Way better than mine. They are assigned throughout the Commonwealth. My last request is to please do what you can to restore order to the world you awaken to find, whatever state it's in, because that is what I assigned you to do. No problem, my dude. I agree with that. Let's see. We'll let them read me holotape. This holotape is basically what you have to use, Badar, in order to get around anywhere in this mod, because the PlayStation 4 does not have script extenders, so you don't have the ability to use in-game quest markers to find the locations you need to go to. Alright, we found the Drifter stash, so next up on the list is the Raider stash. That quest starts inside the Corvega assembly plant in the room next to Jared, the apparent leader here. The first note is found in the safe in the room. The stash key is found outside on the overlooking freeway in a half-destroyed building with a walkway leading into it. Inside, in the far left corner, is a toolbox containing the Raider stash key. After obtaining the key from the toolbar, head to Super Duper Mart just a few blocks away in Lexington. Raider Fat Man. Inside the back of a bunch of office desks on the wall. It's a toolbox object to... What? There is no power armor rare with a Fat Man near the Super Duper Mart. I don't know what that's about. Alright. After getting the Project X Key 2, head to Vault 95. Once inside and cleared the gunners from the main atrium, head right, throughout the door, and mind the traps, head downstairs. Then in a room guarded by a wall turret, you will find a few strong gunners and a locker in the bunk area containing the Project X Note 2 and some reward items. I don't think there was a Dragon Age 4 trailer. I've heard people talk about a possible new game, but not a trailer. Alright. So, since we're going to go to Corvega anyway, we might as well continue this quest for the Minutemen. Alright. Yo! Lying. Lying. So if you're wondering how we just jetpacked right now, again, the hat we're wearing gives us the ability to fly out of nowhere. Oh man, you. Oh. You Vault 101 survivors are a long way away from home. why they turn into goo. The weapon I'm using has various elemental damage modifiers applied to it. The spitter. One of those damage modifiers is, I believe, acid damage. So, in my opinion, it feels like acid damage takes priority when it comes to whether or not enemies turn into nuclear goo if you're using plasma damage, flaming goo, electric goo, or ice goo if you're using any of the other elemental abilities. So since we're using radiation mostly, or since we're using acid mostly, then enemies that die will ultimately turn into puddles of acidic spunk instead of, you know, corpses. Man, it's a good thing we have this gear on too, because this particular version of a radiation storm, it would heavily irradiate us. Yeah, why not go over here, just for the sake of saying I did. You're gonna have to tell me those theories, yeah, because I really need to keep focused on playing the game right now. Tell me the theories. Now, personally, I'm a little annoyed that hybrid damage always results in enemies turning into that one type of liquid goo instead of having a random chance to turn into every kind of liquid goo. That's all the mongrels here. Alright then, we've hit the farm.
Hey there.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble.
Minuteman coming back,
Take
buddy.
it easy.
You're with the... We said word. Most people do.
Uh-huh. We're rebuilding the Minutemen.
Glad to...
I look like such a salesman wearing this gear,
Stealing food and supplies.
preaching about the Minutemen returning
Uh-huh.
from the grave. It's so ridiculous.
I'll kick their ass.
Thanks, friend.
Hey, look, we were going to Corvega anyway, so let's do that. So this is definitely gonna be a 2.5 hour long video, which is kind of interesting, but I feel like it's for the best. Hopefully, though, people will know where to go from watching me play. Alright. Keep calm. Scope. No scope. Can't you see what I've got? What I've got is what I hear. Woohoo! Oh yeah, Madar. How did you spend the holidays? Or do you even celebrate Christmas? So you had some acid defense. Great. Hey.
Only a
Fine now.
Why'd my map update? Oh hey! Saugus Ironworks. I guess I didn't hear a conversation they were talking about. So they're talking about joining up with the Forged after all this. That's why I hear about Saugus.
Ain't personal. It's you or me.
Oh boy.
Don't need to hide. All the others know.
Who's there?
Now, what do you think?
Keep running.
What was that? Face! Come on! I dare you!
Alright. So as you can see here, this weapon is ace for a stealth build, which is why I stealth type tactics. In fact, some of the weapons basically being built for a stealth character does make a lot more sense to me when I think about it, because this whole project is supposed to be secret. These weapons belong to tactical ops characters. Makes a bit more sense to me otherwise. Yeah, you need expert lock picking. Just to remind you, the only way you can get this, if you're following the quest line to the ladder, you would need advanced lockpicking just to start it, but you need expert lockpicking just to get here, the very second part of the quest. Raider's Note. Scored a weird-looking key the other day. I think I know a good place at an old store that'll be safe. From what I know, these keys have something to do with the people who made the vaults. Must be good stuff at least. My hangout on an old freeway outside is where I'll stash everything. So it's basically telling you exactly how to get the other stuff. So, that's it for the Corvega gang. We can probably go back in and do some other stuff, but that requires going on the roof, and we don't need to do that. So we're down here. Alright then, let's see. Yeah, so in order to get to this second part of this quest line, the raider apparently left the key up here. Right outside the Corvega plant. The range on these weapons is pretty insane. I've always felt a little bit weird about using DLC guns like this for, well, mod guns for that very reason. It seems like no one really knows how to not set their range in VATS to the point where body shots are basically guaranteed 95s. But here's the rare toolbox. Now, that's the weird thing. In order to do the quest properly, you need expert lockpicking to get the Raider's Note. But the Raider's Toolbox can be broken into with just an advanced lockpicking skill. That's so silly. That's really silly scaling. Alright, now we need to go to the supermarket. No fat man wielding power armor using Raiders here. Have no idea why the maybe it's something the mod author intended to put here as a show of difficulty. Holy crap, it's already almost 1 o'clock. It feels like I just woke up. Weird. Oh well. And here is where you will find the Raider Stash key lockbox. Alright. So, if you assume that the quest line is going to be smooth sailing from here on out, oh, you're about to be in for a rude awakening. Oh, Christ. Spooky, but you can see now why going for stealth is probably the best. Oh, wow, Nuka Cherry. Oh, Nuka Cherry is not special. You can always find that here. Hey, Madar. We found the Raider's Note inside Corvega assembly plant, and it eventually took us to his hideout in the old freeway, and we're about to exit the Super Duper Mart now because we also found the second Project X mod key. So since you're back, I want to ask you again, how did you spend the Christmas holiday? Because we're going to have nothing but time to talk on my way to Vault 95. Yeah. Oh, it sucks that you're still sick after all that. But I'm glad you had fun. My Christmas party was pretty fun. Lots of relatives and friends. Like, I even met with my cousin again. And I'm actually really proud of him because he's working for the fire department right now. And he made it onto the news because he helped deliver a baby in the back of an emergency van while he was on duty. Random scorpions showing up out of nowhere. So, yeah. Vault 95 is hidden all the way back in the glowing sea. So it's going to take us quite a while to get there on foot. Other than that, the food I had at Christmas was pretty good. Meatloaf, turkey, ham. Macaroni and cheese, green beans, and my aunts also make these really tasty cheesecake cookies with cherries inside of them. So it was just a lot to snack on. But it was also really flavorful every bite. There is sound of Paladin Dance and his two lackeys trying to fend for their lives against a horde of feral ghouls that really aren't that difficult to kill. I mean, I know they're supposed to be difficult to deal with in universe, but the little narrative... I mean, Dance will be fine. He has a huge back to novel. Whew. Yeah, probably a little bit over 2.5 hours if I'm lucky by the time this video will be done. Paladin Dance? I think Dance is his first name, actually. Oh, hey! It was random. leather chest piece. So when I heard about stuff like the cryogenic legendary effect, as well as the blazing legendary effect, is that each chance to freeze people stacks of how many other pieces of the equipment you have on you. At the same time, that's a lot of legendary materials to dedicate to something that is a pretty underwhelming effect that you can only use once every 20 seconds. I mean, dance, I agree with that, but I feel like dance can also kind of work like a first name. Hold on. Yeah.
Hi. Damn. Not afraid of mutants, huh? You're our kind of guy.
Glad to hear it. Let's see. I think 2 points into medic is good enough. Restoring over half your health with stim packs and over half your radiation with Radaway is pretty... Okay, yeah, I knew Dance... Okay, now I know. Yeah! I forgot all about that actor. Mostly because I haven't seen him in anything. I don't pay too much attention to what that actor actually does, so I don't, Right? You're playing wolf. Crying wolf. I think that's what the expression is. Not interesting. So actually looking up on the wiki, Paladin Dance does not in fact have a first name. His unit designation is M797. And the reason he doesn't really have a first or last name is because he's just a synth. And he was only really created to serve a purpose in the Brotherhood of Steel. So, okay. There we go. 2, 3. Alright. Okay, so it's not always the gross acid effect. Sometimes you get the much cooler looking plasma effect by using hybrid damage, which is great. Great. Oh! This is also a really good mod to use, called More Map Markers. Because it allows you to make map markers out of areas that you really should be able to go to in the game, like Eleanor's cabin.
Hey there.
Hey, Scaver. Let's trade.
Sure. Let's take a look.
I feel like the main Institute building you see in the Commonwealth is the only one that actually exists, yeah. Everywhere else you see is really just, I only need one screwdriver then. Okay. You know what, I'll take that screwdriver back. Better safe than sorry. Vials of Adam is considered junk? Huh. So, okay. Elemental ammunition. You weren't here for this, Madar, so I'll explain it one more time for you. We have cryo beam cells, which is basically ice elemental ammo. Electric beam cells for lightning damage. Fire beam cells for fire damage. And hybrid beam cells for every type of damage you can inflict in the game. I'll keep the fusion cells because we need those for something else entirely. Alright. Oh yeah, so yeah, we see the Institute, we see influences from the Institute inside Fallout 3 during a side quest involving an escaped synth. But no, there's no indication anywhere else in the Institute data. Oh, Longshoremen, forgot about you guys. Here you go. Again, Madar, longshoremen do not exist within the vanilla Fallout 4 game. They were added by a mod. Can't deal with you yet. Can I, though? Ooh, low. I think I'm gonna come out here.
Got it.
I guess they don't exist in the normal Fallout 4. Yeah, no, they don't. I have a mod installed called Exotic Enemies. Here we go. Exotic enemies aims to create a new kind of NPC enemies that can be found all in the Commonwealth, who are still hostile and will attack you, but they aren't affiliated with any organization except the theme that you encounter them with. Federals, baseball champions, longshoremen, tribals, and others. So you get baseball champions, federal agents, longshoremen, army renegades, synth raiders, natives, escaped vault boys, and pirates. So yeah, not too many, but quite a nice amount of variety. I feel like, yeah, we need to go to the edge of the glowing sea. That's the best way to do this. Egret Tours Marina. Found it. Thank you, dog meat. Dog meat randomly finding random junk for you is such a charming character trait. Rat sack, no. Albino rat sack. Oh. We can stay away from the albino rat sacks. Level 20, yo. Level 20 is such a nice even level. Fuck yeah. Hey, she's 20. I don't care if you're 20. Dude, sometimes you shouldn't just do stuff like that. Oh. Oh. Well, we've got the alien blaster stuff planned. Vault-Tec calling starts at level 20? Oh, Madar, look at this. Super Mutant Warlord at level 68. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for what you type on YouTube to come up to my black screen right here. So I don't get what you're trying to say until it's a little too late. But, to be honest, I have never once encountered a... Actually, no. I think I've encountered pirates all the way down near the map, but I have not seen one native anywhere. No. No. No, sir. No, they aren't. Ooh, boy. Knowing how high level those guys are really makes me nervous. Because remember, I have a few enemy level scaling mods installed as well. So they're technically unleveled. Meaning that if I want to fight them now, they're gonna have quite the advantage over me. Let's see here. This area is where I encounter pirates or scuba divers. I don't remember if they were scuba divers or pirates. Alright. Since I was almost out of ammo for that anyway, might as well just unload the clip so I can switch over to this. This gun is so fun to use. Oh. Ooh, oh my god. I have a clear shot if you just move. Okay. Oh, that's weird. I have clear headshots, but you're not taking the damage you should be. Yeah, sometimes these guns don't do the damage they're supposed to do. Hello, Philip Roper. Yeah, shrinking heads would be a funny way to explain that. Caution from who? I don't see anyone. Oh well. I didn't expect to see two faces today. That's great. Got the VATS enhanced lead pipe. So just so you know, this would be a series of videos where I stream myself collecting the various stashes relating to the Project X Mod unofficial DLC. We're basically closing in on the second stash I intend to collect today before I end the stream. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh crap. Okay, so it's made very clear to me that I won't be able to survive too long if I wear this particular armor. That's why I'm going to switch over to our Project X General's uniform. which has a legendary effect to prevent fall damage, 300 ballistic defense, as well as 100 points in each of the following elemental defenses: fire, shock, cryo, poison, damage, energy, and weight and energy. There we go. Yeah, I can survive a lot longer like this. Which is fine, because I was meaning to use the general outfit anyway before the video ended. Oh, another effect of the general outfit. It gives you an additional 250 points of carry weight. Without it, we only have 250. But with it on, we have 500. So it's going to help a lot with carrying loot. And this is what I look like in the general outfit. This is what my character looks like in the general outfit as he is right now. Oh. Hell. These are exactly what's Alright. Oh my god. Alright, we're almost there.
Who's there?
That gunner lieutenant was at level 46, so that was going against her was a massive risk. In the same room that you get this particular bobblehead.
Nice.
is where you get the Project X Locker 2. More Eve Hypno for our plasmids. More hybrid beam cell ammo. Another plasmid, the Incinerate plasmid. Project X-No 2. A pair of shades that give us 20 points of damage resistance on the ballistic side. A T-51 power armor capsule. Lyle Adam. And our newest weapon, the Shredder, which also uses hybrid cells, like our splitter, like our spitter mod. But instead of the spitter being a pistol, this is a assault rifle, which means that technically we can make this thing a semi-auto if we want. Let's get out of here. Get out of here and read the note. Oh, I didn't set the trip along because of my sneak skill. I completely forgot about that. I wonder what weapons these are supposed to scale off of, though. Alright. Project Note 2. To whom it may concern, I am dying of the radiation. My armor, my gun, there's no point anymore. They're in my locker. Use my shit to kill those Vault-Tec bastards if they're still around. Could be who knows, fuck them all. They sent us to die. I've got to tell somebody they can't kill a corpse. I am Lieutenant Alice of the Vault-Tec Project X, a black project military weapons and development agency and a front for Vault-Tec's hostile takeover contingency plan. The Project X agents? Hired for one thing. Kill anyone who knows too much. No questions. They'll just kill a whole town. All gone in the blink of an eye. If needed, of course. Equipped with most advanced gear Vault-Tec could make work with minimal accidents. Right, minimal accidents. Well, you know how you roll, Vault-Tec. Not much strength left, I'm sorry. I know this, in command of 2 more Project X agents. Not sure where they end up, but I know the SARS are sent somewhere near a water treatment plant north of here. Probably not inside, though. No sense in it. In any case, I won't make it even if they do get back. So I trust, do the right thing, friend. Goodbye, Lieutenant Alice. Sorry for the swearing there. I was trying to be in character. Well, alright. Let's just put on our original outfit. And put on our new glasses. Shades T2. Let's head back here. But yeah, since we're doing this anyway, we might as well finish up the Ten Pines Bluff quest. Hey, settler.
You find those raiders?
Yeah. I kicked them.
No kidding? So we've been taught. If we want things, so...
All right. Oh, I'm out of the settlement now. Okay. All right. Let's turn this into Preston, and then we'll call it a video. As you can see, not everyone underneath Project X was actually up for the whole thing. Lieutenant Alice, I feel like her anger at the end was very justified given how bad her situation ended up being. That being said, it doesn't really negate the fact that whoever did find us really did want us to change the planet. Not the planet, I'm sorry, but just make the Commonwealth a better place. And what better way to do that than to make the Minutemen a stronger force?
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person. By the way, not much use. I don't.
I figured.
Have you heard of the?
What was it?
I thought everyone were the Minutemen. I was with Colonel Hollis's group. We were the only a few.
Yeah.
We never.
Yeah.
I know how
I
it feels.
empathize with you, buddy.
That's why I'm.
Hey, that means a lot.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Join the Minutemen officially.
Good. Don't worry. I'll be right beside you.
Yeah, it is quite the promotion.
The leader of our last leader was the one good. Now it's you.
And of course, he offers you to go to another settlement. Don't worry though. Again, I have a mod that limits the amount of quests Preston will give you at a time, so you will have to come to him in order to seriously get another one instead of having three
the Minutemen
ones.
can really help them.
Hey, Preston.
Is there something you need?
Alright. So, like I said, each video from now on will be 2 Project X scavenger hunts per video in order to make it easier for people to find the information they need in order to, you know, find this stuff themselves. Seriously, check out the Project X mod if you want a chance. This is just a taste of it. Alright, so this is Very Mellow Man signing out. Have a good day.